Praise be to Jesus. Hello, everyone. Here are the most recent Catholic news headlines from around the world for Saturday, September 1st, 2018. The links to each article are in the description box. In a formal response, Australia's bishops and religious said the seal made children more safe, not less. Australia's Catholic bishops and religious orders, responding to recommendations from the Royal Commission into institutional response to child sexual abuse, have accepted 98% of its suggestions, but have said they could not accept recommendations that would violate the seal of confession. A group of prominent Catholic women have written an open letter to Pope Francis imploring him to provide clarity on the, quote, escalating, unquote, sex abuse crisis currently, quote, engulfing, unquote, the Church. Expressing anger, betrayal, and heartbreak, the women bluntly asked Pope Francis if Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano detailed testimony about sex abuse being covered up by Vatican officials, including the Pope, is true or not. A top Chilean cardinal who's been summoned by civil prosecutors to testify over allegations that he covered up sexual abuse has told the priests of his archdiocese that the crimes of the church have contributed to a, quote, climate of tension, unquote, being lived in the country. Cardinal Ricardo Azadi of Santiago spoke earlier this week during a day of planning for the Archdiocesan Church. According to local media, he said, quote, "We live in a moment of tension at a national level, and in the Church, we, the Church, have contributed to the tension with our problems and our crimes," unquote. Catholic officials in Pennsylvania began lining up quickly and publicly with a key state legislative ally Thursday in backing the creation of a victims' compensation fund as an alternative to allowing victims in decades old child sexual abuse cases to sue the church in court. The Diocese of Cheyenne, Wyoming announced Wednesday that it has found credible a third allegation of child sexual abuse committed by Emeritus Bishop Joseph Hart. Towards the conclusion of yesterday's General Assembly on August 29, 2018, Pope Francis recalled that Saturday, September 1st, marks the World Day of Care for Creation. In this year's message, he underscored, quote, "I wish to draw attention to the issue of water, the primary good to be protected and made available to all," unquote. Archbishop Charles Chaplet of Philadelphia told the conference that had met to discuss the young people of the church that in light of the abuse crisis in the Catholic Church, he had written to Pope Francis asking him to cancel the upcoming Youth Synod set to take place in Rome. The bishops would have absolutely no credibility in the upcoming Youth Synod, Chaplet told the Cardinals Forum, an annual gathering to provide academic formation of seminarians and continuing education for lay people yesterday. The Synod's planned date are set for October 3rd to the 28th, 2018. The Wall Street Journal has called for Pope Francis to speak up or step down, saying, quote, Pope Francis will have to disclose and explain the truth or forfeit his moral authority, unquote. The pro-gay American magazine.org, August 30th, which is published by the Jesuits, asked Cardinal Mark Ouellet whether he did discuss the sanctions against Cardinal McCarrick in November 2011 with whistleblower Archbishop Carlo Maria Vergano. Quote, I need to see the Pope first before talking to journalists, unquote, he added. Argentine bishops have joined those from Spain and Peru in voicing their support for Pope Francis following Archbishop Vigano's claim that the Vatican knew about abuse allegations involving Archbishop McCarrick. The Argentine Bishops' Conference, CEA, said their statement, published on August 30th on the Argentine Bishop news site, AICA, was in response to, quote, ruthless, unquote, attacks against the pontiff. And those are your most recent news briefs. Enjoy your day or evening, and we'll talk to you next time.